almost getting the Ashe there. Akali could have probably killed that, especially since she still had 3 stacks. And yeah, this was a little bit overextended, but yeah, they get a kill back, so I guess that's good. Excellent work by Soraka, healing up this this Akali at the moment she could, and yeah, now they're probably both going back. Unless, well, Soraka can stay in lane indefinitely if she wants to, because she has mana regen and health regen in her skills, and as long as she stays back enough, she should be able to well, survive just about any situation except for a 2-man gank or something like that. Anyway, she did use her ultimate in that fight, obviously, because it is very important to heal as many people as quickly as you can as Soraka, because you never know what's going to come into anyone's path. And I prefer to keep people at about 80% health, and then once you start into a fight, you see who's being focused, and that's the person you're going to heal. That's your first priority anyway. But by doing that, you're not wasting too much mana and too much of your cooldowns on people that aren't going to get focused in the team fight. So we see Warwick coming in here, and Warwick is going to get engaged on here. I don't know why they didn't start with the ultimate, or rather the Nocturne didn't start off with his ultimate. He tried to Q through the wall, but that of course doesn't work. And unfortunately Akali dies. Or, well, Akali already died, but Soraka also dies. A bit of a fail flash from Annie, and she's going to die for that kill. So not the best of exchanges. They went into the enemy jungle for no really good reason. I mean, they got 1 kill on the Anivia, but Anivia wasn't even there, so it wasn't the first target. But you have to keep in mind that there's a jungler somewhere in the enemy jungle. And if you just run in like that, you might have some trouble. You might encounter him, and then it's all of a sudden it's someone with the double buff coming in to kill you. So getting stunned here, but yeah, excellent recovery, walking into the brush to get the vision, and this is not going to work. Of course, yeah, she was just a little bit annoying the Ashe and making sure that Soraka could actually come in to heal, because as soon as she attacked the Ashe, Ashe stopped attacking her. And that's a really good good tactic, even though, well, you can see she was at very low energy. And at very low energy, there's not a lot that Akali can do. She really needs a full energy to engage in a fight. But she has been doing great. As I said, the hunting after the opponents in the jungle probably wasn't the best idea. Especially since mid was missing and the jungler was missing, so it turned out to be disastrous. Well, it's still 11 and 8, so guess they're still doing okay. So minion-wise, we see that, well, except for Soraka, everyone has a nice number of minions. And that's of course because we have 3 solo lanes, well, basically solo lanes. Because Soraka is only farming when Akali isn't around. And then we have a jungler who's doing a very decent job of keeping his jungle clear. Well, according to the minions killed, not according to the fact that there are still 2 camps up. So he is going for the dragon here, but Ashe, well, she guessed it, or she sees it. I don't know if there's a ward there. She did put a ward down, so there probably isn't a ward there. And Akali is going to protect them, or at least attempt to do that. And yeah. So we see the Nocturne coming in with the ultimate, helping out Akali. Akali's still getting the kill, but she could do with a little bit extra health. And well, we see Anivia here. Anivia, of course, no idea that they can see her. And Akali sneaking up from behind, and might actually get something done because, well, the more tanky characters are all in the front. And now they only have to kill the egg, but the egg is well protected here. Oh wow, they do get the egg. I think due to the fact that she was invisible, and Akali picks up another kill here. So the whole team doing a very good job of keeping in mind that they were trying to get Dragon, but the Nessus, of course, doesn't want to join in that fight because it's way too far from his lane, and since Shen teleported over there, he is just going to use this time to kill the turret and get some more minions. Because that's what you do. You don't join in every single fight. You watch whether or not it's useful for you to walk all the way across the map, and if you're the top lane, it normally isn't useful at all. So Rand, unfortunately for him, missing some skills there, but they are all so the Pillar of Flame and the Q, which I don't know what it's called. They are both skill shots, so it's very easy to miss, especially later in the game when people have level 2 boots, like now. And yeah, Akali just getting another kill there. Akali, of course, very strong with her spell vamp, but also because of her laning partner, who's doing an excellent job of actually keeping up with the healing. And they do have a very big advantage here because Akali doesn't use any mana, and all the mana can then go to Soraka. That means that she has more mana for heals, and she can even use it to silence people. And Akali getting out with the flash. Probably best to run away, because there are just too many people here. In this case, the Nessus did come down. I don't know if he has teleport, because Nessus with teleport is actually really mobile, of course. No, he doesn't, so he came down just because this team fight really requires his assistance, and they are going to get another kill here, it seems. And probably best not to chase that. No, you don't know who's there, and the team is probably going to focus on whoever is attacking them. So Nessus did an excellent job of drawing some additional damage to him. Also drawing or doing some additional damage. And Akali is just well, the one that deals the additional damage as well, but is not nearly as tanky as the Nessus. Nessus has a nice Age of the Legion, and Soraka is building one as well. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, they probably should pay a bit closer attention or chat a little bit on what they're going to build. Because having two Age of the Legion really doesn't help out your team. It helps out one person. Well, two actually. The two person that are the two people. Again, I can't believe that. The two people that actually have the Age of the Legion get the buff in double. But yeah, well, both Nessus and Soraka don't really need the double buff. It's mainly the fragile characters, such as Akali, that need it, and they're only going to get it once because, well, that's how the buff works. So it might be better for her to, for Soraka to get something else. She made the same mistake, by the way, as I did with Janna yesterday, not getting the gold per 5 item. I made the mistake basically because my laning partner was really bad and I wanted the extra AP, but I really shouldn't have done that. I was totally out of money for the entire early part of the game, because with Janna, just like with Soraka, it's very hard to farm early game. Soraka, of course, has her Q, the Star Call, which can be used in the late game when you get to level 3 or so to farm, or you can prioritize it a little bit and actually go for Star Call and healing, for example. But in my opinion, that's only useful if you have a team that doesn't need too much healing. And Soraka can definitely use her healing here, because Akali is in need of a lot of healing normally. Because she's really weak in the early game. And, well, she does have some Mercury threats now. Heal? No! Oh, that wasn't the heal, that was the mana. Never mind. No, she did a good job there. Really keeping up with the healing is excellent, and Akali is making good use of the fact that she has a healer in the lane. You can be a little more aggressive. You still shouldn't be all out aggressive, because the healer can only heal you like once every 3 seconds, and healers don't have a lot of AP, or a lot of, well, in this case AP, but a lot of healing power early on, and that basically means that you have to watch out no matter who's in your lane, so even if you have Sona or Soraka in your lane. And definitely not blame them for you dying, because the healing is just additional to, well, additional survivability, I'd call it. It's not that they have to heal you for you to stay alive. Okay, a little bit of a mess here. Akali going for some kills behind enemy lines. Actually, oh.